Our other top story at 5:30, a Portsmouth woman convicted of a felony 26 years ago slipped through the cracks and was allowed to vote.
Now it's gotten the attention of the city's top prosecutor. 10 on your side's Andy Fox has been looking into this all day. All right, Andy, if you're a convicted felon, you lose your rights to vote. So where was the miscommunication? How did this happen?
Well, Anita and Stephanie, it appears Lisa White thought that after 20 years of felon with an application to vote like this one in the mail, then returned, that she could vote. But you know what? She thought wrong.
No, I think they just being picky.
That's what Lisa White thinks about Commonwealth's Attorney Earl Mobley's office prosecuting her for a vote she made in 2008, almost 6 years ago. But do you understand that you're not allowed to vote?
Yes.
White is not allowed to vote because in 1988, she was convicted, 2 counts, forgery, felonies, cashing checks that weren't hers. Why'd you do it?
Because I love my kids. I didn't have no money. I couldn't feed them.
She served 10 months for that, got her life together, worked as a nurse, raised 3 children. 20 years later, in 2008, she got a voter registration form like this one in the mail.
So I'm like, I can vote now.
But prosecutors say to this question, have you ever been convicted of a felony? White checked no. You were a convicted felon.
Mm-hmm.
You knew you were a convicted felon.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you go and vote?
Because that was in '87. I got a registration card that was sent to me in my home. I didn't know. I thought it was okay.
White voted for President Obama in 2008, the only vote she ever cast.
And
so
then,
when you showed up to vote, they checked your name off?
Yep.
And what happened? I mean, did they ever say, oh, no, Ms. White, you can't vote. You're a convicted felon?
Nope. And I showed them my ID and everything.
The Portsmouth voter registrar would not answer any questions about this case, except to say the registration application is a self-administered oath of honesty. Almost 5 years after that 2008 vote, an investigator shows up charging White with election fraud.
The Commonwealth was investigating a lot of people who voted in '08 for President Obama that was not allowed because they were convicted felons. And I told him I was sorry if I did, because a registration card came to my house that never did before.
White did not vote in 2012 because she was in the hospital with cancer. She's now on dialysis, needing a kidney transplant. White cannot believe she now faces a Class 5 felony, up to 10 years in prison. White thinks a simple warning would have been enough, and is putting her fate in the hands of a jury on Monday. White isn't the only one. The state police investigation added 17 felons in Portsmouth alone who voted in the 2008 election. Prosecutors have narrowed that down to 6 felons to be prosecuted, including White. Remember, a felon can only vote after the voting rights are restored by the governor. White has only preliminarily begun that process. In the newsroom, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.